Welcome to the very first 49ers edition of the Happy Hour Show Bay Area of 2023. My name is Mikey Slacks, and along with me are
Mr. Overtime.
Trotty.
All right, guys. Thursday night, home opener.
Woo.
We got them bum-ass Giants.
the New York Football Giants.
I mean, I got a little trouble with them.
Thursday,
I got a
but
little
it's still
trouble
any
with them.
given Sunday, so you know, don't skip past them and already start thinking about the Cowboys or the Bengals. Let's take it one game at a time.
I got nightmares. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna have the girls make this shirt into a Kyles Williams shirt, because that's where it starts. You want to go back to my turmoil with these NY Giants. You know, they robbed us. They robbed us a couple of times in the playoffs. A lot of bad blood. They just lost Saquon.
I was just about to say that, man. Shout out to Saquon.
So,
but
I mean,
the
on paper,
backup is a stud, though. He's got wheels
I was about to say, on paper, it looks like we were just going to pounce him. Yeah. But look, they just fucked up my parlay alongside the fucking bum ass. We'll wait.
Let's not even go there. It's way too soon in this episode to even go there.
But they messed up the parlay, too, with the Cardinals. Look, they came back, you know what I'm saying? They came back in that game, and they were getting scraped when Saquon left. And then your boy came in, hell of a performance. So, no cool breeze, but Thursday night, we have our hands full.
We absolutely do, but I feel like with the team we got rolling right now, everybody running on all cylinders.
Here's Samuel to the edge, steps through a tackle, now cuts it back. Deebo Samuel through traffic for the touchdown.
I mean, I don't know. What's your take, Mike? From where we're at 2 weeks in the season.
Game one in Pittsburgh, the team looked completely dominant, you know, and pretty much all facets.
Without a doubt. Running on all cylinders. Absolutely.
And then game two against the
real quick, game one, let's give Drake his props.
Third down, Pickett evades one, can't evade two as Drake Jackson slams him down. Is sacked again. Drake Jackson, second of this first half.
Drake Jackson for sure.
The game. He was balling out.
Just like everywhere else, they're trying to keep that on your radar.
Shout out to the boy Larry. What it do?
And that's coming off the back weight of getting Hargrave and then Bosa with the holdout. So you're taking 2 to 3, 4 of the linemen blocking just them two cats.
Oh yeah.
So
definitely.
he's gonna fucking he's
gonna ball.
He needs to get in there and make them pay for trying to double down on Bosa and Hargrave. I mean, those pickups were bar none.
Drake was showing a lot of promise in his rookie season.
He was.
So, I mean, for a 49er fan, it's not that big of a surprise.
No, not at all.
He's just gonna relax just like we is on this Levi grass right now. And just get sack after sack.
Welcome to Levi, baby.
And then moving forward to game two against the Rams, I think a lot of us thought it was gonna be a cakewalk like it was against Pittsburgh, and it just didn't turn out that way.
I mean, I wouldn't say that because we're on the road and it's a division rival, but I hear what you're saying with the whole buildup. And I don't care if we beat them 8 times in a row, now 9, going into that game.
Yeah.
We lost the most important game of them all. Who do we blame? We don't even want to go there because one of them's still here.
I'm trying to take a dagger
Wish
that's
you
still
the
in my
best,
heart
Jimmy.
out. He still ain't, the man ain't even on the team anymore. He still got it for him.
Man.
But just to reach your point, you guys, to play a divisional foe 2 times a year is always going to be hard.
Because they know you well. You know, you play ball. It's like chess, man. They know your moves. They know your strengths. They know your tendencies. And then on top of that, the 2 coaches have history going back to Washington and the whole umbrella, right? I mean, it's
like bringing Cinderella to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and then to go down 7. Glad that Purdy showed out.
Pressure coming. Purdy throws over the middle, and it's Jawan Jennings with the catch.
Oh yeah.
To know each other so well offensively, but the defensive coordinator from the Rams, your boy, is just dialing up regular stuff, and it was just a mockery how we couldn't match it up ourselves on the defensive front. I thought the offense really carried us this game, although the defense did come up with some potent stops at the end. But to say overall, I think the offense kept us. Purdy's performance up to this point is just, it's mind-blowing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tommy John is a total loss for pitchers.
Look, I don't want to come out of left field because I don't even know if that was for real, if that was scripted. You didn't hear that first at the Happy Hour show.
Okay, NFL is scripted
with
season.
something special. With that said, I think he's the first quarterback to start with 5+ games with two TDs, and no losses. To run that, to be at that pedigree, to see the years logged in college, the way he controls the offense. That's why he's wearing that C on his chest, because he is a captain. The way he commands the respect in the huddle, the way that people move to what he's calling out. And then, as much as I don't want to give you props, Kyle, just stop being so predictable. You don't got to hold him McCaffrey all the time. And I want to say this, is I thought that he was neglecting Kittle, to find out that Kittle just got that 400 reception record and beat the GOAT out with 84 games when Jerry did it in 85. That speaks volumes, you guys.
At a tight end, and it's sad to say that his role on the team has been diminished of late of the last 2 seasons, bar some injuries, but like you said, Dry, just being so fucking arrogant with his play calling and just thinking he has the capacity to just do plays over and over again. Like, key point early in the first quarter, runs Thhsba twice, same exact play, just with one less motion. It's just like, this offense has been out in the NFL for 4 years. I don't give a fuck if you're RG3, if you're Lamar Jackson, whatever mobile quarterbacks come in the lead over the last 10 years, they have one good season where they break out and everybody's on you. So to have a whole offense like this, I think it's time for him to start really sheltering in places. The Kittles, the Jennings. We have fucking weapons on this team.
If you think about it, Kittle, highest paid tight end, highest paid fullback, highest paid running back, highest paid offensive lineman, Bosa, highest paid defensive player in NFL history, which I want to state, from what I gather, they restructured the contract shortly after getting Bosa squared away and back on the field, where they restructured Kittle, Trent, and Armstead. So now I believe we have cap space to make a move come Halloween, which is when the deadline hits this year.
42 mil.
October 31st. Let's see, maybe pick up a DB.
Oh my God. So at Dress Point, to stay focused with Drody, Mike, if you got Lynch powers, what would you do? Are you going to add more firepower to the offense? More so deep weapon? We do have some of those, but I'm talking a big fucking Megatron 6'5", 225.
I wouldn't. If it were me, I wouldn't add anything to the offense, just because
the defensive back area.
Just because, like we're talking about, they have so many stars on offense, and Shanahan wants to be hard-headed and run one player into the ground. Man. When there's so much talent to spread it around. So why go and pick up another big contract with a big star offensive player when they can use more of that in the secondary?
Like Ayuk and calling out that first touchdown. Oh, cha-ching, baby.
All my oligarchs out there, the big Russian mafia cats, they be throwing them $100,000 bags up on Bovada.
First down and goal. Play action. Purdy looking end zone. Lets it rip, and he's got a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. Perfect start for the 49ers.
And my boy Drody over here, he talked me out of it and then talked me back into it, because I looked at Ayuk, it was 7,500 to 1, and I'm like, I don't know. Thhsba and McCaffrey, who were my first 2 picks, they were like 1,200 and 800. So I was like, I'll throw 100. Then I was like, fuck it. Drody was like, it's Ayuk's year. Ayuk's year, and boom, put 40 down on him. 3 bands later, I'm rich.
Let's go. Good way to start the season, though. 2
tutties, though, on Patrick Peterson when he spoke of INTs coming because Purdy is a tipper, but we know how that goes. Moving forward to tonight's matchup, what would you like to see coming out of a team that we should totally dominate? Would you like to see more weapons coming in, like Jennings getting some plays, Ray getting
Jennings
some?
Get the ball more.
Would you like to see Mitchell come off and get some runs in tonight?
We got to see how Ayuk is doing. Is he going to be able to play? That was still to the game, as far as that shoulder. I don't know, Mike, what are you thinking as far as this matchup with the Gents?
I would definitely like to see Jennings get more touches. I was calling it out the last game against the Rams, and he came up with that clutch catch.
With time, Purdy to the sideline, and the juggling attempt and the catch.
Jennings is a baller. I think he's very underrated. Not many people, aside from 49ers fans, I believe, really know who Jawan Jennings is.
I'm glad you just said that, Mike. That's perfect. Like, I was just getting ready to piggyback on that. Like, if you've been a 49ers fan, this fucking guy's come through on the 3rd and 18s,
yes.
the 3rd and 14s.
Man,
like, remarkable catches, big play energy. You mentioned Ballers. I'm currently fucking binge watching Ballers with The Rock right now. He reminds me of Ricky Jerry.
It was a good one,
that slot receiver that's going to come in, talk big shit, but he backs it up by his play.
He backs it up for sure.
So you're right. I want to see him get some more play. You got your boy coming in. He's got 3 sacks. Last week, kind of dwindled down a little bit because you're getting Bosa back, game time ready. Do you think the holdout is gonna keep him from getting the double-digit sacks he's been getting every year since he's been on the team?
I think he's back to game speed after these 2 games.
Yeah, I believe
absolutely.
So.
Yeah, and shout out McCaffrey because he's balling right now.
As the starting quarterback, toss play McCaffrey. The blockers in front, has a crease. McCaffrey with speed down the sideline. McCaffrey one man to beat. A little hesitation and Ahkello Witherspoon.
Number 1 in all those stats.
I don't give a fuck about any other. I don't give a fuck about any other deal they've done. That has been the best deal that they've done as a front office move. Seriously,
man, since the Dion deal.
Before we get off this episode, we have to come back because I'm feeling real Coach Prime right now.
Speaking of CMC, I believe it was his 9th straight game with a touchdown for the Niners. So he's definitely
when you start
balling.
throwing stats like that, it's crazy to think we haven't lost since week 7. The 2022 season.
Is that
minus that Eagles postseason loss? We've been balling.
Yeah.
Week 7? Is that like a moniker?
You ain't got your bet in yet. You might want to put a little something on the Niners and do something this year.
And let's just talk about Purdy again. I think it's only been 2 games, but he's definitely proved the naysayers wrong so far. Anyone that had any doubt, will he be able to come back strong and healthy after the surgery?
Oh my God.
He was just a fluke last season. He's not as good as everyone thinks he is. Like, I think he's really proved everyone wrong.
I mean, you can't argue. You're right, though. Like, what do we call them? Invisible haters. If you're hating on Purdy right now, stop it.
Right.
Here's the truth.
The fact that the motherfucker started week 1 and balled out the way he did is a testament to his character, to his faith, and just who he is overall as a person. This kid has had all the adversity of what's come with being a 49er.
So going back to that last game against the Rams, when the Niners were down 17-10, heading into halftime, and it looked like, they might be down 17-10, and Purdy came in and he led that drive down the field and capped it off with a quarterback sneak.
22 personnel, but Purdy will sneak it in for the touchdown.
Like full bar, 100,000% full speed, going ahead, like dives, sneaks, fucking head on block. He made a block, dude. Like, I'm like, this fucking
he's a football player,
man. Balling.
Yeah,
Mr. Irrelevant, definitely relevant. I know a lot of people talk about.
Don't ever call him that again.
Yeah. I know.
Let the record state. Don't ever call him irrelevant again.
I know people are talking about the 2 to 3 missed throws he had. I don't think that has any fraction to do with his health. Where his
they gave him that bionic elbow, man.
I just think that he didn't get to practice and play football and do what he would have been doing had he not been hurt.
Definitely.
So he's not in the Bosa because he's actually been out there with the team pre-camp doing throws. But you got to remember, those were limited throws at time in minicamp and stuff where he would have probably got like 10 times the workload. So he's probably still got a little.
So that also negates everything the naysayers are saying, talking about he don't have the arm strength. Now he does.
Come on, he threw like what, a 48-yard
$6 million man,
right? And when he threw one of the key passes, I believe it was like on the 3rd down, right when they scored the last touchdown. The fucker had zip on it, but it dropped in with a perfect spiral.
Yeah,
and it was just like
dimes for sure.
This kid is everything that we've been missing, and I just think that as long as we stay healthy, I said this before, and I don't want to seem like a complete asshole, but I just don't.
Too late.
I just don't feel like we don't lose this season as long as everyone's healthy. I mean, there's going to be games like this past game where the offense obviously does their fucking things, but you got the front 7, like you said. We have the highest paid fucking every position besides the corner position. We have the highest paid linebackers, DNs, offensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? You mean it's just fucking ridiculous. We got the third highest paid linebacker, first highest paid running back. I mean, tight end. Fullback. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Defensive player in history,
screams Super Bowl or bust season. Period.
Oh man. That's the thing. Whenever the analysts put out all those, like, you know, before the season starts, all those rankings and stuff, and the Niners are ranked like 5th or later, and it's like they have how many All-Pros on their team? Like they have an All-Pro at damn near every position.
So can one say that this is probably the strongest team we've had since the mid-90s, 94, 95?
I would honestly say
got that monkey off Steve's back and brought the Lombardi home?
I would say this doesn't compare to the Hall of Famers yet because these are still active players. But it's safe to say McCaffrey, instant fucking Hall of Famer. Warner, Hall of Famer. Bosa, Hall of Famer. Williams, Hall of Famer. And since he's played a decent enough seasons where he's almost at the portion of his Washington career, who's to say he doesn't retire a fucking 49er? Especially if we win a fucking Super Bowl.
That's what I was about to say. Let's get through this season and bring that Lombardi home. Because right now, we got a big game coming up against the Giants. We got a week before we play Dallas, which is going to be a big game to define the season.
Being at Levi's Stadium, there's a statistic that just came out referencing that Levi's is one of the most difficult stadiums to play in the last 2 seasons.
One of the top 3, right?
You know, everyone since Levi's first was built, of course, everyone, me included, you guys included, we hated the fact that they moved out of the city. But Levi's has really came into its own, and the fans are showing up and showing out.
Explain the difficulty of that fact, though, Mike.
So just the fan base, the faithful, we're out there, we're making noise, we're making it difficult for the opposing offense to get their plays in. You know, we're pumping the Niners up, we're pumping Bosa up, we're pumping All-Pro Fred up, we're pumping CMC up, baby Debo.
Actual sound, not being fed through the speakers like a lot of these teams
man,
do.
you know, the faithful is showing up, showing out, being loud, getting everybody pumped. It's starting to feel like Candlestick once again.
I can contest to that, Mike, because me, myself, I didn't even go to the stadium to begin with for the first 3 seasons. I was just so hurt.
You were in protest.
I mean, we were part of that. I mean, the breakup, shout out to cousin Travis Jensen. We was on the shoot where they did the whole breakdown of the stadium, bro. It looked like a fucking earthquake happened and everything. It was so heartbreaking. I couldn't get over it, but now I'm there every fucking home game. I just cannot be not in that energy because it's just so contagious. I mean, majority of us sit on the side of the sun getting fucking baked. so you gotta know you're gonna have a good time.
I sit wherever the beer's at.
You gotta sit.
Start sweating like you know
you're
real
Niners fan know about Levi's Stadium. It can be fucking like 68 degrees and you're gonna be fucking melting because you're like in the sun. But I just think that you're right. It feels actually like home now.
Yes, yes, for sure. So, man, getting ready for kickoff time.
Short, a couple of moments away right now. We want to thank the 49ers organization for letting us come post up right here on the 50-yard line, you know what I'm saying, and in the end zone. Hey! You feel me? So, you know, if you find a blunt, that was me, so shh. But we just want to give big thanks to everybody that's been rocking with us. We know we on fire right now. We keeping up the momentum. Hey, if you want to holler at us, we want to pull up, you want to see something, hit the handles, follow the show, and make sure to say, go 49ers tonight, Thursday night, Prime, Amazon Prime. If you ain't got it, you better download that shit because Thursday nights is packed with fun, especially when the 49ers are on it.
It's the place to be. Levi.
Happy hour show.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. 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 Against all odds, weather the storm, built for combat and battle, young hyenas in uniform. We play no games with the opposition, we active, let the whistle be the bell, we gon' get out what we got mad at. Many have tried, but many have failed. The 49ers got the livest fans in the NFL. I tried to tell them we back and we never left and we got heart. Levi Stadium starting to feel like Candlestick Park. Gold blood in my neck is frozen with diamonds from report.